Hey, welcome to my video, to my individual reflection about my final project of computational thinking. My name is Juan Pablo, um, and hope you like my video. So here is my document. First, I'm going to describe you of what is about my project. Okay, so my project is based on smash molds, the molds that you hit on them before they hide. So we try to recreate it with LEDs. We don't have molds right here, but we have LEDs. So as a teamwork, we decided to use LEDs. We put four LEDs, and it consists of just hitting the LED before it turns off. And if you hit it before it turns off, you get like points, or you have more chances to win than if you don't. And I think that after 30 hits, or after some predetermined time, this RGB LED will turn on, and we start changing color, and that will mean that you have won the game. So yeah, I will show you right here, start simulation. So as you can see, play a sound, and then you will hit the button sometimes, then the other button, then the other button. That's the purpose of the game, hitting the LED, and then the RGB LED will start changing color outward. Then that means that you have won the game, and the buzzer, when the buzzer turns on and start playing the sound, means that the game has started. So the game, when you finish the game, it starts over and over and over. So yeah, and identify your solution. Here we are going to identify our solution. So first, before explaining you which are the inputs, outputs, and processes, I'm going to explain you the definitions. So first, the input. To put it briefly, input means the introduction of data into a system that comes from outside the device. An input device is responsible for receiving a signal from the host, so it is later processed and get the results of this process. Yeah. So, for example, um, this keyboard that I have, if I click on a button, uh, if I'm typing and I click for example in the letter A, like A, it will type the A, and that's an input, a keyboard. Yeah. And the process, it's the computer that starts processing the letter that I click on, and the output will be my monitor that shows what letter I type. An example that, yeah. And an example of inputs in our game can be slide switch, because the slide switch will it's you can turn it in on or off. So that means that it's an input, because depending on what you click, it will determine the response in the game. Then the push button that we have in here, the push button is an input, because depending if you click it in or not, it will you will have more chances to win, and it will make the LED turn off or keep it on. Yeah, keep the LED on. So that will depend also. The push button, yeah. The processes, it's the process, it's the Arduino breadboard, because the Arduino, it's the thing that processes all things. It's in charge of processing all the buttons of you click, where you put the code. So the Arduino, it's in this case the process, this device. The output, um, the output means, as I explained you, the output, the meaning of output means that, for example, the result of the processed information. So an example of output will be my monitor or a speaker will be also an output. Depending on what song you put, it will play the song in the speaker. So that will be the output, the speaker. Yeah. So yeah, the result of all the processed information uh, provenient by the input. Yeah, this information I get it from Encomipedia website. So it's this definition it's not mine. So if you want to know more about the meaning of output, you can. I will leave in the description the link. And examples of outputs in the game can be the LEDs because the LED, depending on the code, the LED, uh, a random LED will turn on. So yeah, that's why it's considered the output. RGB LED. So the RGB LED is an output because it will turn on at the end of the game, indicating that the game is over and if you win or not. So yeah, that's why. And the buzzer is an output because it's the result of all the coding. Depending on what you put in the code, it will make the sounds play. So when you put the buzzer, you need to put uh, some notes, and that when you play the game, it will play that notes that you put it in the code of the buzzer. So yeah, it is also programmed to start sounding at the beginning of the game, as we said, and just for indicating that the game has started. So yeah, and explain the decisions, loops, and functions that you use to control the data flow. Okay, first for these types of decision, we discuss as a team what we're going to program in the game, and after having decided, we decided to assign the variables and distinguish them if they were going to be input or output. That you always going need to do that before doing a circuit. Determine it if it's output or input. That's very important. So yeah, um, we also put some loops in the code for turning on the LEDs randomly. The void loop in here, it's responsible for it makes sure it's the LED is turned on. It randomly turns on the LED. It is very important void loop because it is uh, that in charge of randomly turning on the LED and checking if the leg is pressed, and if it's pressed, giving you points or more chances to win. Also, um, if not, changing the LED, etc. So yeah, think deeper. How did your project contribute to increasing your computational thinking skills? Um, this project greatly increased my computational knowledge by effectively programming circuits with C++ language. Sorry, it not only helped me by programming circuits, it also helped me by with working better when team working because personally I'm not the best person when it's a time with work with other persons. So this project um, helped me with that type of skills because deciding what to put in the code, what not, it's not an easy thing. So yeah, um, that helped me a lot, this project. And definitely this project was not easy. It cost me a lot to think of ideas because I had the idea. The problem was I didn't know how to make it real in coding. But with some classes of Miss Jannet, I learned how and tutorials in YouTube with my friends, my partners' help. I I was able to make the ideas and make the project, the game, just as I wanted. So yeah, uh, this project helped me to show my ideas as I wanted, and yeah, it also helped me a lot to improve my skills to make circuits. In conclusion, yeah. So in summary, that's all. The important things I want to say in my individual reflection. I will leave the document in the description, and hope you like it. Everything you need, teacher, I will be here. And thanks for watching my video.